Everybody, so yes, I'm starting this in my car because I am on the move. It is going on 4:30 in the afternoon right now. I'm actually heading to my hometown. My dad's birthday was yesterday and my sister's birthday is on the 21st, and so we're doing kind of like a little birthday thing for them, or at the very least I'm just gonna go there to celebrate both my dad and my sister because I have gifts for both of them, because I'm not gonna see my sister on her birthday, so I thought I would just go ahead and give her her stuff early. But wanted to start this vlog because I will be doing a screen time for reading time vlog again. I think I did one like in December or November of 2022, and I really like the way I did it. I do have to work though, so that is going to affect like how much I'm going to end up reading, but I did a calculation of at least this last week because I thought that you could get stats for like an entire month of screen time, but I guess Apple doesn't really hold on to that so much anymore. They do it by a week basis. So this is my stuff in terms of my stats of screen time for last week, which today is February 12th. So this is everything pretty much before that. And the average comes out to about 4.5, I think, hours, between 4 and 4.5 hours of screen time. In total, like I have more that's like involved that you can get in terms of stats, but I'm just going off of the average of what my screen time is for that week. So what I will be doing is basically trying to reach this average in terms of reading instead of being on my phone in this next handful of days, which is very possible considering that tomorrow I do have the day off, and while I'm going to be at my parents' house for the evening, I could take some time to like sit and read for a little bit after celebrations and all of that. I will have to go and pick up Oscar from my parents-in-law's house because Robert is going over there tonight too. He's going to drop Oscar off, come over to my parents' house for dinner and cake and ice cream and all that stuff for my dad. And then after that, he is going to go back to his dad's because it is card night at his dad's house, and he's staying the night there. We always take Oscar to my in-laws because he does really well over there. He's a good boy, and all of the dogs over there give him a chance to be able to play, which he really needs. He needs to be socialized with other dogs, and those are the dogs he's the most comfortable with because he's basically grown up with them his entire life. When I basically start feeling like I'm going to probably head home, probably sometime between like 8 and 9 this evening, I'm going to go pick up Oscar and bring him home and then hang out of the house tomorrow because my husband is also on vacation this week. He is finally taking some time off from work, which is very nice, and one of those ways is he's going to go stay the night at his parents' house and go hang out with them because I do think his dad has tomorrow off of work as well, and so he wants to go spend some time with his family. The only thing that I have going on tomorrow is that I have therapy at noon tomorrow. And that is basically it. I don't have anything else going on. I'm not going to go get groceries or anything this week because I get paid this week, which means that my grocery stuff gets done next weekend. So I think that basically tomorrow is going to be me just hanging out of the house and relaxing and doing some reading while my husband is out because I will have that ability, and hanging out with Oscar and just kind of being at home and not doing much. Let's talk about what I'm going to be reading. So I'm actually in the course of reading one of my Wheel of D20 books this week, which is When the Moon Was Ours, and so I'm only like 30 some pages into this and I want to continue and be able to read this one. It is by Anna-Marie McLemore, which I have read 2 of her books in the past and really enjoyed, and so I would like to continue with that. I like this one so far. I think it is so far really good. So basically my goal is to get this one done because it's only like 270 some pages, so I can probably get this done pretty quickly. But anyway, I am going to be driving here for a hot minute because like I said, I'm going to my parents' house, but I also have to make a stop on the way to my parents before I get there, and then I'm going to be there for probably most of the day, pretty much like the next handful of hours, and so I would like to try to get through maybe another 50 pages or so of When the Moon Was Ours before I end up leaving, which is not too difficult because the book's pretty easy to fly through. But all my thoughts for this one are going to be in my Wheel of D20 video, so if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on it, be sure to go check out that vlog because I'm going to have my more in-depth thoughts about the book in terms of the writing and how I think it's fared against Anna's other works that I have read of theirs and kind of my thoughts on it. So anyway, Anyway, I'm gonna head out for right now, but I will speak to you guys later when I have made some progress and have gotten through maybe my first hour worth of reading. Hey guys, so I am officially now about 1 hour into my screen time for reading time thing. So I have to get to about 4 hours and 25 minutes, and so far I've done 2 reading sprints today over the course of the day. Didn't get anything read yesterday like I had thought I was not going to, because I was way too busy celebrating with my family for my dad's birthday and my sister's birthday. And then I did not get home last night until like 11:30 at night. And so today, after I did some therapy and did some stuff around the house, I did 2 sprints. I did a 30-minute, which turned into like 37 because of the fact that I spent another 7 minutes reading the rest of the chapter I was on. And then the other one was 20 minutes. So I'm about 57 minutes so far for this reading for screen time video thing. I'm currently on page 91 of my book, which I'm still working on, When the Moon Was Ours. According to this, I'm 33% of the way through, and it's only going to take me really a few hours to get through the rest of this if I sit and dedicate my time to it. But I'm also at this point now going on 5:35 in the afternoon, going to be alternating between reading and doing editing stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my next sprint here, and I'll talk to you guys when I've reached hour 2 of my reading. Good morning, everyone. It is 20 to 9 in the morning. I am heading on my way to work today, and I have got to about 3.5 hours worth of reading. I ended up last night finishing When the Moon Was Ours by Anna-Marie McLemore, which got 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. Was absolutely amazing. I still have to do my little spiel thing for my Wheel of D20 video, but basically really loved this. I now believe that Anna-Marie is one of my favorite authors. This is the 3rd book I've read where their books are really impactful. Blanca and Roja was not necessarily my favorite of the group, but I still really enjoyed it nonetheless, to where like I would want to reread that again and be able to like pick out little things here and there that I maybe missed the first time. And then, like I said before, Lake Lore was like one of my favorites from last year. So then after I finished When the Moon Was Ours, I cried a little bit because the ending was so beautiful, and the whole book was beautiful from beginning to end. But then I started another book, which is Mind of My Mind by Octavia E. Butler. This is for the Octavia E. Butler read-along that my friend Bree is hosting at Bree Cherie Reads. And this is the 2nd book in the Patternist series by Octavia E. Butler. It's basically like historical fantasy, because this story starts off in the 1st book where it is like, you know, a character who is basically like around the time when America was coming into its own, approached by this immortal named Doro, who is like kind of her ancestor, and he's like, I want to marry you, all this stuff, so that I can make more prodigy babies. Because basically he, as an immortal, has all kinds of different powers, bringing in the fantasy aspect, but then some of it's a little sci-fi, because some of his progeny ends up, you know, developing like telepathic powers and telekinetic in some ways. And so like there's a little bit of sci-fi within all of that. Now, the 2nd book is following more so a girl named Mary, who is like 20 years old, and Doro is forcing her to go marry this other person to again try to create very strong progeny. But she's got a thing for Doro, as many of the descendants of Doro do. I think that there's just something in the way that he manipulates them that makes them really attracted to him. Anyway, that's basically what I'm working on right now. I got through the first couple chapters of Mind of My Mind, and we'll be continuing it today on my lunch break, because this entire week that I'm currently in, my husband's on vacation, so I don't have to go home to go take care of Oscar at all this week, which is absolutely amazing. It makes it so that I'm able to get out earlier at work instead of having to get out like half an hour later than where you're actually open. So that makes me really, really happy. And it gives me the chance to just be able to eat and be able to sit and read, because I don't really have that luxury unless I'm listening to my audiobooks, because it's just not easy for me to sit down and like take a break really at all. So like I said, I have still about an hour before I am finally done with this screen time for reading time vlog. I will say that I feel like I haven't really been using my phone as much in the last couple of days, and I think that's been also because, like, yesterday for instance was Valentine's Day, and so I spent more time like hanging out with my husband last night than I did anything else. But I did spend a lot of time on Monday reading. Like, I read over 200 pages on Monday, just like because I wanted to, and I was enthralled in When the Moon Was Ours, and I just found more enjoyment in doing that than doing anything else other than like editing and stuff. Because at the end of the day, Monday, I was alternating between reading and editing, and my reading sprints were much longer, mind you, but I was very, very happy with the fact that I didn't have to be on my phone as much. So anyway, I think I'm going to focus on Mind of My Mind more so, again, because I still have like an hour of this whole reading vlog thing, and then so I'm gonna get like probably 20 minutes or so during my break today at work while I'm eating my lunch, and then the last 40 minutes will be while I'm home. And Robert is actually going to be gone this evening because he is going to play cards with his family tonight. He normally does it on Sundays, but because he's on vacation, he's going to partake in the weekly card night that they do at his aunt's house, since he has the time and the ability to. So he's going to go do that this evening, and I'm going to be on my own for probably much of the evening with Oscar. So I will get some really good reading done and then be able. Hey guys, so it is 7:40 in the evening on Thursday, and I have completed the screen time for reading time video. I'm basically doing this clip right before I start editing the video to then go out this evening. It's very late, obviously, because I haven't had time to do anything. Such is life, unfortunately. But I ended up completing the 4.5 hours I needed to reach this goal, which I think when it comes to doing these in the future, I would like to continue doing it on an average, like for that week, as opposed to like the full time. But I do think I need to plan a little bit better in terms of doing these videos, because that was hell trying to get time to do any of that. But had a really fun time doing this. I did end up completing one book and getting through another one like almost halfway through, which was very exciting. Very happy with how that went. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy it though, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be and would like to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys.